Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Today we're gonna do some baking. I have a bake sale coming up. I don't know why I do that to myself, but I did promise to do a bake sale. And yeah, I don't really have time. I don't really know why I said yes, but I did. Anyways, so I'm gonna start with prepping some apples, slice them, peel them, and we're gonna prep the filling first and let that cool while I make the pie dough to make the pie crust and all of that. So these apples, here I have my apples. These I picked from the tree in our garden, and these are the smaller ones. Yeah, so I'm gonna use these for pies, and they're good apples. Like for Saskatchewan, like I am impressed with these apples. I guess this year they're a little bit smaller than last year. I don't know why, but just for plain eating, like for snacks, it's not one of my favorites. And I think it is because the area that I grew up in Mexico is a perfect area for growing apples. And I'm comparing them to the apples that we had in Mexico. So it's not the same. Which is fine. They're really good for apple pies. Last year I did make apple juice that is really good as well. So yeah, and I'm using my little machine here. It makes it so easy to peel them and also slice them and core them all in one. Like that. I will leave the link for a machine like this in the description box. I believe you can get it on Amazon. I got it, I think, from a student when I was a teacher years ago. Or was it a Christmas gift exchange? I'm not sure. I forgot, but anyways, I got it before I even was married, so. For some reason I can't decide how many apple pies I want to bake for the bake sale, because I don't want to bake too much that I won't be able to sell it all, but I also want to bake enough. I'm thinking about 10. I don't know if that is way too much. If for some reason I don't sell all of them, I can drop some off at our neighbors. We have a lot of neighbors here, so I could do that. So I think I'm going to go with 10. Which means I need roughly about 20 cups of apples-ish. I think I did a little bit less than 2 cups per pie last time, and it worked out really well, so I think I'm gonna go with maybe 15 cups of apples, so that is quite a bit, but I'm just so glad I don't have to peel them by hand. Okay, so I have the apples here. I've boiled them for a little bit, and all I did is add sugar and vanilla and kind of just cook them for a while. So now I have a little bit of cornstarch and flour that I'm gonna mix and add to this to thicken it up a little bit. Okay, so I've mixed this with water and made sure it was smooth. So I'm going to slowly add this. Clean basket, Jeremias. I don't want to add too much, but I also want it quite thick. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I found that the thicker the filling, the better it works to make apple pies. So I'm gonna let this cool because I don't want to put it in too hot. So we're gonna put this aside and I'm gonna make the pie dough, and I'm gonna put the pie dough in the fridge while I do some other things, and then after both of them have the pie dough has cooled a little bit and this, I can make the pies. I forgot that I need softened butter for my pie dough. I've took that out of the fridge and put it in the sun, so it should be soft here in a little bit. But I'm gonna make the hamburger bun. I will make the hamburger bun dough first now that I have to wait anyways. Yeah, that's one more thing that I'm making for the bake sale is hamburger buns. And I'm not gonna show you the process because I have a whole video on my YouTube channel. I will link it in the description box, or you can also look it up. But yeah, and I'll also put a card up here. But yeah, anyways, so I'm gonna work on that. Once my butter is soft, I can make the pie dough. Okay, I have my butter in there, and now all I need to do is the ice water and mix it. That's a lot of butter, but like I said, I am trying to make 10 pies, so I need 5 cups of butter, and I did put all of it in the mixer. I don't know if it's gonna be too much, but I'm gonna see if the mixer can mix it well. If not, then I will have to remove some, but I'm gonna just quickly Google how much water 8 tablespoons is, because now I have to do 8 tablespoons times 5, and that's just a lot of counting. So I'm gonna Google it and see how many cups it is. Okay, apparently it's exactly half a cup of ice water per recipe, so that times 5. So I'm gonna see if I can just measure it in cups and then see how the mixer can mix all of this.
Mama,
I think it mixed it really well. I'm surprised that it did. So I did put it in a different bowl, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge for a while. It's lunch, so I'm gonna have lunch and make my buns right after lunch, and then this will have chilled for quite a while, and then I can make the pies. It's a new day. I did finish my pies yesterday. I did finish my hamburger buns. And I also made a small recipe of cupcakes. Jeremias loves cupcakes. And he had been asking for cupcakes for quite a few days. And so I took some time and made some cupcakes for him. So it was late when I finished, so I didn't film much more. But today, this morning, I made the dough for some cinnamon rolls. It's not just the traditional cinnamon rolls that I'm making. I'm making them like upside down pecan / cinnamon rolls. That's what I call them. I don't know what the correct name would be, but yeah, I make them like cinnamon rolls, and then I put a syrup with pecans, and when they're done baking, you put them upside down and let the syrup kind of run over the pecan rolls, and once they're cooled, you put them back in the pan. I'm gonna show you what I mean, but anyways, that's what I'm making. And also a cookie, a type of cookie. I'm gonna show you that as well, and I'm gonna try and leave all the recipes in the description box for all of these recipes that I'm doing, so that you can easily find them. But that is the goal for today, and I'm hoping that it's not going to take me all day, because I'm also doing laundry, and I really want to clean out our car because tomorrow is the bake sale, and whenever I'm putting food in the car, I just like it to be nice and clean. So I'm hoping to get this done pretty quickly and then do some other things yet. Alright, so in this pot I have brown sugar, butter, and I'm going to put the syrup in there, and we're going to cook this for a little bit and use that for our rolls. I'm hoping that I have enough. It's hard to tell because I haven't made them in a long time. I do prefer to do a trial before I bake something for a bake sale, but that is double the work, I feel like. If I want to take a day and do one recipe and figure out how much it takes, or if I want to change anything, I try to do that, but I don't know, this time I just didn't get around to doing this recipe, and that is fine. I will figure it out. Hopefully it does turn out. I did double the recipe, so if it doesn't turn out, then I guess we will eat flat things for a while. I have these little tin pans that I'm planning to put the cinnamon rolls into. I put the syrup in the bottom in all of these. I have no clue how much rolls I will be getting, but this is kind of how I like to put the syrup in. So now I'm gonna start rolling out the dough and putting the rolls in, and see if I will have a lot more to do yet, or if this is gonna, yeah, or how much dough I will have. I don't know how many rolls it will make with the dough that I have, so I'm gonna start with that and then see how it goes. Oh wait, I just remembered, I need to put the pecans in yet. I'll do that right away. Alright, here we have our rolls. I think they turned out really nice. I have the oven ready, so I'm going to put some of these in because it looks like they're ready to be baked. And some, obviously, there's always some smaller ones. I will let them rise for a little bit longer yet. But yeah, I had one extra, like one little pan of extra. So I think it was pretty spot on with my syrup and my dough and everything. So yeah, hopefully they're gonna taste as good as it smells. It smells really good. Okay, so I'm gonna try and show you what I'm doing. I have a little piece of parchment paper here, and I'm gonna put that over my pan because I just took them out of the oven, and I'm just gonna flip them over. And I let it cool for a little bit until I lift it up. But there you can see we have the syrup nicely over the rolls. So I'm going to do that to all of these. Yeah, and you do want to do it right away because the syrup, since I did cook it earlier already, it does harden quite fast. So these I already did before lunch. I'm gonna turn the camera around. As you can tell, it looks really nice, it looks delicious. So what I am going to do is cut the parchment paper a little bit smaller and put it back into the pan. And that way I can, yeah, have nice rolls. So I'm gonna use all the excuses. I had a very short night and I'm a little bit lazy today. I'm sleepy, but I did not film mixing the cookie dough, but I do have it in the oven. And yeah, I'm gonna see how it turns out and see if I need to make them a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, or how they're gonna turn out. I have a chocolate chip and a brownie, and I'm mixing those two, and half of the cookie is chocolate chip, half of it is brownie. So we'll see if I need to do any adjustments. I have a few testers in the oven, so. And while that is baking, I think I'm gonna do dishes again. I've been keeping up quite a bit, so this is the only dishes that I have right now. But yeah, I still have more laundry to do, and I was gonna do a little bit of pumpkin pies as well, and I'm still debating if I want to or not. I forgot about it this morning, and I do have the little pie tarts that I bought. So I would just put the filling in and then put whipped cream on it later. Yeah, I'm still debating if I want to or not. I don't really want to because I don't have the energy, but I think it would be nice if I did. So we'll see. I'll see how much cookies I will get from, I did the recipe 2 times. I'll see if that gives quite a bit of cookies. I might just skip the pumpkin pies completely. If not, then it would be very simple because I would just fill them. So yeah, we'll see. I'm abandoning all of this here. My kitchen is not cleaned whatsoever, but the cookies are done. I'm gonna go to the car wash, get the car cleaned up. It is 4:30. currently, and I just want to get that done before it's evening, and then I can clean up the kitchen later. I need to pack up the cookies yet, but I think I need a little bit of a break. I'm just tired, so yeah, I will clean the car. The laundry is clean, the last load is in the dryer. It just needs folding, so I feel like I've done pretty good, but I did not bake the pumpkin pies. I don't know, it depends when I'm gonna be done cleaning up the kitchen, because it would be really simple to make them, but also I have so much baked goods and I don't want to take a lot home. Like, I don't mind taking some home because I can take a lot to the neighbors. We have some friends that I can take some to, but I just don't want to take home like a ton of it. So I don't know, I will decide that later. So we're gonna go clean the car, and then let's see when I will be done cleaning my house and kitchen, because it's a disaster right now. In case you ever feel like everybody else's life is organized and perfect and whatever, it's probably not. Obviously, our lives are not the same, but I think everybody can agree that life is not perfect no matter what. So I got the car cleaned. I forgot to take spray along. If you know how many bugs are in the fall, like, I need to take spray along to clean the car at the car wash, because the pressure washer just does not do the job. So I forgot to take the spray along. So I did what the pressure washer did, and I called it good. But I got the rest of the car cleaned. I swept the garage because it was pretty nasty. No, not nasty. There was just lots of dirt on the floor. So I swept that. I cleaned the front door because I hadn't cleaned that in a while. I came inside, I put Jaira down for his last nap of the day, and I was trying to put Jomias down for a nap earlier today, but it didn't work because he refuses naps. So now when I came back inside, he wanted me to hold him and he fell asleep. So now both of the boys are napping, and it is 6:20. Not ideal. Not ideal. But Jomias was up way earlier than normal this morning, and I'm like, he needs to nap or he needs to go to bed super early, but Johnny's gonna be home late. So I'm like, let him nap a little bit, and I'm gonna be in my superpower mode, and I'm gonna try and get as much done as possible, because I can't let both of them sleep for very long, because then they won't go to sleep in the evening. My house is kind of a disaster right now, so I am going to just do as much as possible, and I can't let them sleep more than top an hour. Like, I cannot let them sleep too long. So I'm gonna start supper. Yes, it is late for supper, but since Johnny's coming home late, I'm like, oh, whatever. And we had a snack pretty late just before we went to the car wash. So I'm gonna pack the cookies, do dishes, clean up toys. The laundry needs folding. I'm not gonna film it. I'm just gonna see how much I can get done, and I'm gonna show you when if I remember, I'm gonna show you when they're up and see how far I've got. So I'm gonna listen to a podcast or something and just try and get as much done as possible. All right, it's about an hour later. I got the toys cleaned up, I swept the floors. I have not done the dishes. Dishes are still there, but I got supper in the Instant Pot, and I have pumpkin pies in the oven. It was so simple. I just could not do it. So they're in the oven, so I think I might just put the whipped cream on tomorrow morning before I leave. And the laundry is folded and put away. So I feel very accomplished. So it's 7:30, so we're gonna give both boys a bath and then have supper, and I'm gonna clean up the dishes. So it's not ideal that I'm gonna do dishes this evening instead of spending time playing with my boys, but I'm gonna involve them, have them with me while doing the dishes. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed coming along. If I will film anything tomorrow from the bake sale, I will include it. If not, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.